Hello everyone, my name is Melderon, and I'm one of the 5 founders here at classicwow.live. This is an exclusive interview I did for the website. I really hope you enjoy. So I started playing World of Warcraft in vanilla, late vanilla actually, near the patch 1.9 launch. I can still remember the vendors and the quest givers in the major cities for the opening event. And I was approximately 22 years old at that time. I was just finishing college. I finished college around 21. Actually, the fall before that. And that's probably why I started playing, because my good friends were always hankering me to play, and hampering me to play. So I actually finally gave in and I started playing. And that was the end of my life at that point. No, seriously, it was a great moment, and I'm really glad I started to play. I didn't really become a really good player until TBC and Wrath, but I really enjoyed the old days. So actually my first class was a warrior, an undead warrior named Melderon. I leveled up to 60, but I actually didn't really like it, so before Burning Crusade came out I actually rolled a mage. I didn't get the mage up to 60 before TBC came out, but I got to 70 in TBC. My favorite class in the game was actually Shaman. However, I didn't start playing Shaman until well into Wrath. I kind of fell in love with it there, so I went backwards in time on certain private servers and played Shaman primarily my whole post-vanilla career. And I like Shamans because of the unique totem mechanic, and I also like playing a hybrid class and be able to do many different roles, or at least step up to many different roles. My favorite instance would have to be Shadowfang Keep. I think that the aesthetic, the music, and the mobs, and the overall story the place conveys to you when you walk in is just amazing. Not only are you traversing into this dungeon, going up to the top of this to kill Aragorn, but the sense of being in a castle, having all these ancient enemies, ghosts, werewolves, and it actually is a great place to start. If you know, so my favorite raid is Karazhan, so it's like Karazhan Light almost. So it's a very similar aesthetic. I always love going to that dungeon, especially if you're a caster, to get all the good caster items off of Aragorn at the end. So it's definitely my favorite place, and I would go in there as much as I possibly could. So some features that aren't in Classic that I'm going to miss. Actually, there's not many features. So PvP wise, yeah, Arena's great. But I'm not a huge PvP or more of a PvE guy. So what I'm really going to miss is actually some of the zones and some of the lore. So I'm a huge fan of the Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. I really like the areas. Outland was wonderful, so was Northrend. There's a lot there, a lot of complexity. However, I also love the classic world, so I will miss some of the kind of beautiful zones and the aesthetics and the immersion from those other 2 expansions. But I'm really looking forward to classic because it's really unique. It's one of a kind. So my favorite zone, believe it or not, is not probably a commonly picked one. It's Ashara, not because of what it has, but what it doesn't have. It leaves a lot to the imagination. And Ashara is also very beautiful aesthetically. It looks like an eternal autumn, and there's just so much there to explore. And if you like exploration, just for the sake of exploring, Ashara is really a great place. So I do like to go there, spend some time, kill mobs, just kind of relax, meditate. There's not many people there, so if I do want to get away from the MMO part of the MMORPG, I go to Ashara, and I really enjoy it there. So we have a lot of talent here at classicwow.live. We have a very eclectic group that has a lot of different skill sets underneath their belt. But the person I'm looking forward to actually working with the most, aside from Def Camp, my brother of course, is actually Chimley. And Chimley is a opera singer by trade. His videos tend to explore the musical dimension of Warcraft academically, so it kind of really teases apart why the music works and why it makes you feel the way it does. So I think there's a lot we can do together, because I do like doing more of those quote-unquote softer, non-guidey gameplay type videos, so that I think we can kind of come together and do some stuff that's more intangible content for the website. So I'm really looking forward to working with Chimley.